Hey folks, Major Tom coming at you live once again. I said noonish. It's still kind of noonish. I got 12:31 on the clock here. Kind of hoping. I was kind of hoping to get my video encoder software going today and improve the quality of the broadcast, but didn't work out. So look for that later on in the week. I'm just working out some of the bugs, but working on getting a way to basically bring in guests on Facebook Live and interview special guests. I got a whole bunch of people lined up. It's going to be pretty rad. Got some planned. Our first guy is going to be Eldar. I thought I was going to be able to catch up with them in person this week, but scientists get crazy busy. So this week is today especially is pretty cool. Today is Galileo's birthday. When I first came to California, I came out here about a week to check out if this area of the Antelope Valley was a place where I wanted to live, and it's about an hour away from Mount Wilson Observatory, where I met a guy named Tim Thompson, and he spoke more intelligently about space history than anyone I've ever met, and he's quite a guy. He works at Mount Wilson, works for the LA Astronomical Society, works all over. He's kind of a pillar of the community. So he wrote up a really great thing about Galileo today. You can check it out on my Facebook post. But basically, it's the 453rd birthday of Galileo, and contrary to what most people think, all of the data that he observed led to the idea that the Earth did not go around the sun, which is contrary to what most people think about him. But he couldn't measure any parallax in the Big Dipper when he was looking at it when we were moving around the sun. And so he buried that in his notebooks thanks to confirmation bias. And there's a great post on my page on Facebook, so check that out, from a guy named Tim Thompson. Read through that, give you some clues into some great space history, including the fact that it wasn't Galileo who did, and this is something I didn't know, it was Thomas Harriot was the first guy to do astronomy with a telescope. It predated Galileo's work by a few months, which is pretty crazy. Okay, so Brendan showed up. This is the perfect time. Without giving away too much, stop me if you need me to, Brendan. But I got a call recently from a cat I met at Burning Man on the Monaco, which is our favorite art car at the observatory, and it was his first burn, but he came correct, and he had a whole bunch of plans, and he's been thinking about it for a long time, like a lot of burners have, and he's coming with a project that is just going to kill. Hey buddy, hey Brendan, how you doing over there, man? I'm so excited about your project. Let me just say that I'm not sure what I can give away, Brendan. You want to clue me in? But I'm really excited about the project. Put it this way, I know for sure Black Rock Observatory is going to be collaborating with Black Rock Castle Observatory in Ireland, and with Brendan, who's just a fantastic artist, and he's designing a project for the Playa this year that's really just out of this world. Let me know, Brendan, if you get a shot, whether I can tell you, whether I can tell the crew here what's going on. But I'd love to share that with everybody. It's something I'm really excited about. And it's definitely very spacey, and it's right up our alley if you're into space and you're into Burning Man. And I'm very excited about it. Let's put it that way. There's this year, Burning Man is going to be rife with amazing science projects, so I'm really excited about that. So we were talking about Galileo's birthday. Oh, okay, there we go. Linking up the Black Rocks. That's the plan. Cool. I won't go any further than that, my friend. He's piping in on the comments here. Brendan is, again, quite a designer, quite an artist. really excited to collaborate on his project this year. Very spacey and very, very, very cool. I'm sure there's more details to come. But not only is it the 453rd birthday of Galileo, it's also the 4th anniversary of the meteorite that hit in Siberia, in a town called Chelyabinsk. And yeah, it's a pretty amazing event. Checking out the meteorite market, as I do quite often, I've recently seen not only the meteorites come on the market, which we were lucky enough to obtain when we went to the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show. I don't have it with me because it belongs to another crew member, but we'll be showing a piece of the Chelyabinsk meteorite at the observatory here soon. But it was very interesting because it injured a couple of thousand people, and yeah, it was quite an event. People saw the meteorite come in, saw a giant flash, and then basically 3 minutes later, the shock wave hit because it happened so high in the atmosphere. It caused a huge explosion, larger than some of our nuclear weapons, and yeah, it changed the lives of a lot of people, sent a lot of people to the hospital. And I've recently seen, again, bits of meteorite on the market, but also shattered windows, which is pretty cool. And guys, now that I got a few of you on, if you don't mind sharing this and subscribing to live updates, I'm going to be doing this more often and more often. And the quality is just going to go up because I'm working on my video chops. But yeah, so I went looking today on the internet for new stuff about Chelyabinsk, and there's not really that much. There's a lot of material on the market, and we were able to handle a bunch of great pieces when we went to the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show. So when the Chelyabinsk anniversary brings me to the Tucson Gem Show, where we picked up a piece of this, and the four, including myself, of the crew from Black Rock Observatory recently went to the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show, which is kind of the biggest, it's basically the biggest rockhound convention in the world. And if you're looking to obtain meteorites, it's really the place to go. And so we went there this year, hoping to find samples to give away to kids, and more samples to show people, because we realized with a very conservative estimate that we've taken our large piece of meteorite and put it in the hands of 65,000 people. So we're definitely trying to step up the game in terms of meteorites, and so we're getting different kinds of samples, and Chelyabinsk is one of them. So check out if you want to see if you want to YouTube a few hours away, check out all the videos of Chelyabinsk. You can find that over my YouTube channel. And that I just want to do a quick side note. There was a fireball that fell on the 2nd in Wisconsin over Lake Michigan, which is pretty cool. They got Doppler radar on it. It looks like most of the mass fell in the lake, but rest assured there were tons of meteorite hunters running after fresh pieces, and turns out the largest piece was found by a guy named Marvin Kilgore, sort of a infamous meteorite collector, and the guy I bought my first piece from. So he's got a 300-gram piece of this brand new fireball, which is pretty exciting. But back to the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show. If you guys ever watched Discovery Science channel way back in the day and saw Meteorite Men, then that was a show I was really excited about at the time, because it was reality, but it was also science, and it was yeah, two guys taking meteorites out of the ground just about every show, which is pretty great. They're not only adding to our knowledge of the asteroid belt and how these things might affect us later on in the future, but yeah, they're having a blast, and they're quite the personalities. And so we knew that when we went to the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show, we had to stop by and try and meet Geoff Notkin, one of the meteorite men, at the Aerolite booth. And so we ended up purchasing quite a lot more meteorites than we thought we were going to. We got ourselves into a lot of trouble. But I wanted to show you a few things. We got the meteorites for the kids this year, all taken care of. So this year at Burning Man, we're going to be giving away, whoa, they like to fall. We're going to be giving away lots and lots of this stuff. I got tons of this, nice big fat pieces. And this is actually meteorites from a third fall. So far every year at Burning Man, we've been able to give away 3 different kinds of meteorites from 3 different meteorite falls and or meteorite finds in different locations. And so this is from Campo del Cielo. This is actually these are tiny pieces of the large mass that we have, and so that'll be a nice little correlation. And we got a few other things which are kind of exciting. Like I added a piece of Canyon Diablo to the collection. This stuff right here is, notice we're not mirror flipped. I'm a hacker. Not really, I suck, but I figured out how to not reverse it. So this is Canyon Diablo. This is a tiny piece of what made the crater in Arizona, which is I've always wanted to have a piece, and I'm determined to find a piece someday. But I was really excited to buy this from a guy who Geoff referred me to. Blaine, I'll give a shout out to Blaine Reed and Jeff Notkin for giving me the skinny on where to go. We bought some amazing pieces from the Airlight booth, but I have to say they're all in possession of other members of the crew, so I can't show them to you. But much to my delight, when I went out there hoping to just get meteorites for the kids, we came back with a whole lot more. So that's exciting. Got some dust from Vaca Muerta, which is in the Atacama Desert in Chile. Meteorites everywhere sticking. But what's fun about this stuff is you can see it's definitely, oh gosh, I got tons of meteorite pieces sticking to this magnet here. But this is definitely fragments of the Vaca Muerta meteorite found in Chile. And we're going to turn this, we're going to brew this into cases and cases and cases of beer. So hopefully if you see us somewhere, yeah, we'll be handing you meteorite brews, yeah, in the near future. So wait for that. Hope it maybe even some lunar dust brew, which would be fun. We got a master brewer on our team, and so we're going to take full advantage. Also, let me see, what else did I get? Got a few more of these big pieces for my crew. Let's see, what else do we have here? So I also got to meet the other meteorite man, Steve Arnold. And oh yeah, Coral, we're going to Bequinox. Yeah, we're definitely going to Bequinox. We're hoping to bring a new dome. We're developing a new dome. Should be a little more nimble, and yeah, hoping to bring that there. If not, you'll see us in some form or another. But got really excited at the Gem and Mineral Show when I met one of my heroes, and he handed me 3 meteorites just because he overheard what we do. And so I got really excited when he handed me a eucrite, which is pretty cool because this is part of the 4th meteorite ever, fourth asteroid ever to be discovered. Nice big fat slice, signed by Steve Arnold right there. And NWA, right? Which is something I love about meteorites that I think is a hilarious joke, is that many of them were found in Northwest Africa and have NWA in the title. But I'm also very, very, very excited to have another piece of, you saw it, but another piece of Mars, NWA 6963. This is a different piece of Mars I have, same type, sugar type, but different piece, different fall. And boom, my very first lunar meteorite. I don't even know how I live such a charmed life, but this was handed to me by one of my heroes. I have no idea. So we have a piece of the moon to show around, which is pretty amazing. We're very, very happy with that. But I haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet. We met some folks who wholesale meteorites from Sweden. There's a big fall that happened somewhere, but there's a lot of debate, somewhere between 500,000 and 850,000 years ago into a glacier in Sweden. Everybody agrees they were found in a glacier because they're all deposited in the terminal moraine of this glacier, and it melted away, deposited all these meteorites. And the meteorites, all of the angular features are completely just taken off. They're rounded meteorites, and they're very famous for their sort of interior structure. It's very beautiful. We met these people who spend their whole year basically hunting these meteorites and pulling them out of the ground. And they don't have a store or anything. It's all wholesale. So we hit the jackpot, and we bought a matched pair of meteorites here. And so here's my sort of personal largest meteorite that I guess, yeah, we've got a bigger piece in the observatory's library here. But this is a piece of the Monte meteorite. It's nice. Almost looks like it was oriented at one point. Came in. It's kind of got a shield shape. Probably came in facing this direction, and it's got sort of a blunt edge at the back. And what I love about this thing is not only that it's part of the oldest meteorite fall on Earth, and not only that's 4.5 billion years old, but they sliced it, right? So I've sliced it to a mirror polish. There I am again. Ooh. And basically, I get to etch this. I sanded it down, and my arms are freaking tired, let me tell you what. But I get to sand this down a little bit more with the tricks I learned from Bob Kramer. Shout out to Bob Kramer. And I get to reveal sort of the Widmanstätten patterns in there. And I've already worked on this bonus piece that we've got. But once you take something like this and you etch it with an acid, basically you reveal the crystalline pattern within the meteorite, because when you form metal in outer space in zero gravity, crystals form, and it looks something like that. So this is a sort of an extra piece that we got that I've been experimenting with a little bit. I've sanded this down to a mirror polish a couple of times and etched it many times, but you can see in there's a beautiful, beautiful Widmanstätten pattern, which, I don't know, I could just stare at the Widmanstätten all day long. So the Monte meteorite is known for how beautiful it is inside. And so this will reveal the same patterns when I finally etch it with an acid. And the good news is Anthony, the Rock, our resident meteorite expert, he has the other half. And so we get to present a meteorite as a whole, and show the fusion crust that was formed here, this black cover, as it fell through the atmosphere, and then we get to crack it open and show people the interior structure. So we're just mind-bogglingly beside ourselves happy about being able to do that. And so we came back from the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show, not only having done some business and met with Geoff Notkin and Steve Arnold, our meteorite finding heroes, but met some other meteorite heroes and scored some, amazing finds. So expect us to kill with meteorites this year. Hey Art, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Thanks for piping in. And by the way, if you guys have any questions or whatever, let me know. Happy to answer any questions you have in the meantime. Throw up some hearts and likes if you don't mind. Share this. Subscribe. You got to subscribe to my live because it's coming. Here, we're going to do a lot of them. We talked about meteorites. Let me see. We talked about the Wisconsin fireball. Where am I? Do me a favor, guys. This is a great time to mention. I have a YouTube channel. Please go check it out. I've been putting a lot of videos from the observatory there. There's definitely a lot to watch. Please throw down and subscribe there. And just a couple of things. I've been going out meteorite hunting quite a bit. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for the likes. If you guys are interested in going out meteorite hunting with me, let me know. I've been going as often as possible. It gets expensive because you're spending gas money all the time. But up here in the Antelope Valley in LA County, there have been at least 5 meteorites found all by themselves. And so if you guys ever want to go hunting, let me know. I've been out the last couple weekends to different falls and or different finds, I should say. And yeah, get back to me. So that pretty much wraps up the update. If you have any questions, throw them down. If you have any comments, I'd love to hear from you. Again, working on a few updates to the production. I'm cracking the code on video encoding so we can do Facebook Lives with a little bit more production quality, hopefully. Maybe I can bring in some guests and show you a few things, videos and whatnot. Again, share the video if you don't mind. I'm going to try to keep this one nice and short, so if I don't see any questions come up, oh nice, I pulled it in under like 20 minutes. Normally I just go, well, maybe I have been blathering, but normally I blather much longer. Just make sure that's just about it. Yeah, check out blackrockobservatory.com, of course. We'll be updating that here soon. Look out for a Kickstarter from us. But definitely check us out. Check me out on YouTube and check out our Facebook Lives. I'm going to encourage some of the other crew to do it as well. We've got Bequinox coming up, the LA Regional Burning Man event, where we're going to be setting up the observatory and showing people the planets and deep sky objects. So yeah, we're really looking forward to that. Yeah, so I hope to see you guys next week. I'd love to hear about when the best time to do these videos is, because I'd like to do it on a regular basis. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm really excited about the Ferris 1 project, Art. Thanks for throwing down on that. We are, well, not we, because I haven't done anything, but some of my friends in the group are throwing down on a project that will basically create a iron finding giant electromagnet, I guess, is what they're settling on, and we'll use that to not only pick up material, but well, not just meteorites, but trash as well. So we take the leave no trace aspect of Burning Man very seriously, and so it's something we'd be able to restoration of the playa after the event would be something that we could maybe contribute to. So we're getting really excited about that. So all right, guys, love you for tuning in. Let me know if you have any questions. We're going to start doing questions at least once a week. I'll answer 2 or 3 questions. I'm coming up with an amazing list. I asked people what their best questions were, and we keep getting a lot. Oh, nice. Neodymium magnets are the current plan, Art says. Yeah, those things have quite a pull, and they will definitely dislodge stuff from underground if you get close enough and they're strong enough. That's what I use on my little magnet cane when I go hunting for meteorites. And yeah, let me tell you what, these like meteorites absolutely snap to these things. They're just like yoink. And these are kind of weak. So but like a ceramic magnet just doesn't quite do the same thing. These things are definitely the bee's knees when it comes to finding meteorites. And oh, hey, what's up, Catalina Mateo? So checking out the meteorite. Gonna do some really cool secret stuff with this slice when I'm done with it. But yeah, it's taking forever to polish, especially if I keep sticking a magnet to it. But really excited to mess with this guy once it's finally ready. It still needs some sanding. You can see my garage in there. But yeah, still working on this guy. Not quite sure what we're doing with it. I talked to a jeweler the other day. Oh, you know, does Scarlett join on the hunts? Not yet. I gotta say, right now, I was thinking about taking her out the other day, but it's kind of like you got to cover a lot of ground. And so unless I can get, I definitely want to get her interested, and I think it's just about time. So, but I've only been out probably 6 or 8 times, and a lot of where I've gone has to do with basically making distance. So, yeah, in terms of the meteorite hunts, I want to bring her on, but I want to do it in times when I can bring the whole family. Sort of make it a little bit easier to have a kid out there in the middle of the desert, because you're really in remote areas where you know, if there's one thing I find more than bullets, it's animal tracks. And although most of the animals I know would be afraid of us and not want to come anywhere near us. Safety in numbers and all this, and so normally when I go out, it's a solo thing. But I'm happy to have anybody join me usually, and soon enough, the whole family's going to be joining me. We got a couple of sort of long distance ones planned, hopefully for the springtime. We're going to be joining 10-man, which will be fun. And yeah, hopefully we'll go to some California dry lake beds and camp for a couple of star-filled nights and meteorite-filled days. That'd be nice. Yeah, so anybody have any other questions, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to try and sign off here. I got plenty of time, but I just don't want to... I'm on borrowed time. I don't want to overstay my welcome. So, thanks again for joining in, though. Exciting week for space, for sure, for not just Black Rock Observatory, but there's a lot going on. We're making a lot of progress on our Proxima project, where we've ordered all the parts for a project where we're going to depict all the stars within 30 light years of Earth, and we're going to take that to Uri's night, which I believe is April 8th. I highly recommend you check out that party. It's just amazing. It's a sort of a space party based on the first guy to go to space, his birthday. So yeah, join us for that too. It's fun. It's in LA. You can see a space shuttle. Party underneath the space shuttle is what I always say, right? So yeah, join us there. We got a lot going on. We might be at 3 different festivals in one weekend. We might be in Oregon, California, and Texas, maybe. So we'll see how that pans out. But you might see us in Texas. Love you guys. Thanks again for tuning in. Please leave some questions in the comments, and I'll come back in and answer them. I'll throw down some links in there for reference purposes on Galileo and Chelyabinsk and whatnot. But do me a favor, guys, and definitely please subscribe to my live updates, and share this video, and throw down a whole bunch of likes and a whole bunch of hearts and a whole bunch of... is there sad faces? You can throw sad faces in there, or you know, mad faces or whatever. I can't see the options, but anyhow, thanks again, guys. Yeah, I'll see you guys soon. I'm gonna do this weekly, but I'm gonna pop in every once in a while as I'm testing the new video, to do short reviews of this and that. Oh, bright light seen two mornings ago. I'm not quite sure what that is, Constantino. Was that here in Los Angeles? Yeah, that's interesting. Actually, I'm going to stay on for a sec, see if bright light... yeah, if you get a chance, Constantino, throw down in the comments if you... Oh, there's a sad face. Cool. I love it. I love it. Yeah, so... Oh, wow. Bright light in LA. Okay, I'm going to look that up. We might have something to go look for. Somebody said it was a meteor. I'm going to look up the news right now. February 4th. Oh, it's a missile launch. Yeah, so it's probably... I've seen a few of these. Okay, off the California coast. Yeah, sometimes what they do is This is actually the remnants of the Star Wars program. The light over LA was, yeah. I'm pretty sure what they're. This is one of those.
This is Armando Montalvo. I can teach you strategies that have made me a real estate multi-millionaire. Click this banner now. In 6 months,
don't click the banner.
And...
Oh man, that guy got free advertising. Totally not cool. Off the coast of California, they're often firing anti-missile missiles. It's kind of the remnants of the Star Wars program from the Reagan era, and it seems like what they do is they try to hit. What's the name of the? There's an island called Kwajalein, yeah, and I'm pretty sure what they do is they launch missiles there and they try to intercept them over the Pacific Ocean. So that's what it looked like to me, based on the plume. I've seen a few of those, and they're not from Vandenberg. They're from, I believe, submarines and battleships and whatnot. So Chris says it's a secret Navy launch, so I'm sure he'll be happy to wiki leak the whole, you know, blueprints. Why don't you post the blueprints in the comment, bro? Is that cool? Anyway, always good talking to you guys. Yeah, so no other questions. I'm going to sign off. But throw them in, you know, if you think of anything. If you're tuned in live, love you. Thank you so much. If you're checking me out later, that's cool. You can still share. But please go ahead and subscribe. Lay down some questions in the comments. Always good to see you. I'm going to try to make these regular. Please let me know exactly what time you think is best. Cruz said lunch is best, so I'd love to know what you guys think. Yeah, hit me up some questions and I'll answer them in the next video, hopefully. And love you guys. This is Major Tom, the ground control, signing off. Thanks.